Ooh, I am super excited. This is the Apollo Go Stellar Edition. Apollo just sent this to me for review. I am pumped. I've already had the Apollo Go, the baseline Apollo Go before, and I just thought it was awesome. I see on here that this is their most popular commuter. In fact, the Apollo Go is the most popular commuter. So I'm gonna do a quick unboxing, and then Michael's gonna come over. We're gonna go outside on this beautiful, beautiful day and do a full review. And that's all coming up now. Oops, I turned it on by mistake. Apollo Go says 48 volts and it's a 2 amp charger and Allen keys. Oh my God, I keep turning this thing on. Stop pressing the power button, Timbo. Well, this looks really simple. It's got the little screws here. I'm gonna put those in, 6 screws, and it was checked off by Inspector Tom. So thank you, Tom, for checking off my scooter here. And I'm just gonna go through. It's being checked off, all the functions, cosmetically, everything. It's beautiful. It comes out of the box. There's not a scratch on it. They've wrapped it carefully. So I'll put these screws in. I'll be right back. Well, let's get ready to turn this thing on. I just noticed as well, there were a couple of NFC tags in there as well. So that's kind of nice. I don't know if I'm gonna need them just to turn it on, but we'll find out here. And also it came with a quad lock. I guess this is the mount for your cell phone. So you can mount it onto the quad lock. Alrighty, so it's got a pretty decent charge already. I've got to connect it to my phone and make sure that everything's tickety-boo for the review. Just going through it, this app just keeps getting better and better with Apollo. It's giving you all the information on here, of course. I can turn the lights on, turn the lights off. I can do the stem light on and off. I can, of course, go in here and switch my scooter. It's even got some really cool numbers on here for regards to where I am at with regards to power. It's also able to give it a rough idea of how much range I've got, which is kind of cool. I mean, you can tell right now that everything is working as it should. I can even go through here and change the different modes. I don't have to do this I can do this, of course, on the handlebars as well, but I've got Ludo Mode as well on here. Yeah, this is just looking really, really, really professional. I love this new app. And what's really cool as well is that you can actually, I'm going to turn on my cruise control. I always like that. I don't like kickstart. I like to turn my blinkers off at 6, so that's good. And in my advanced settings, I'm able to adjust the maximum speed, throttle response, and my regen. I always turn my regen brakes just a little bit higher up. My cruise control, 3 seconds is good for me, and shut down, that's probably fine for me. Enable Ludo or disable Ludo. So if you're giving this to somebody a little bit young and you don't want them to get the super crazy power on it, you can enable or disable it. And you can link up the NFC cards here as well, which is really handy. So this app is just fantastic. Love it. I did notice there's something inside here that I have never seen on an electric scooter before, which I think is going to be just giving that extra peace of mind. So what's going to happen now? Full review coming up now. And here we are, Michael behind the camera. Special thank you to Michael for being here. I got to make sure we get Michael's word of the day as well on this. This is the Apollo Go Stellar Edition. It is gorgeous and sunny out here. Let's just go through a couple of things. Twin 500 watt motors peaking out at 1,000 watts per motor. So that's 2,000 watts peak. Pretty amazing. Slightly bigger tires than the previous Go. I think it's a 9.5-inch tire rather than a 9-inch tire. Still got all the same sort of amenities that we're accustomed to now with Apollo. I just love the regen braking on these things. These are just, I was just coming down the hill and I'm just noticing I'm putting power back into the motor. It's so lovely. And after this intro, we're gonna go up the hill of death. I just wanna see if this thing will power up there. I have no problem. I can't imagine it won't. It's really peppy. I've been riding around in Ludo mode recently, but typically what I do nowadays with these, because the app on the Apollo series scooters is so good, I'll dial in. It's got 3 different power levels, and what I'll do is I'll dial into each individual power level, this max speed, how much regen I want. And what I end up doing typically is I'll ride around in power level 3. I put my top speed usually at about 30 kilometers an hour. I'll put the regen on pretty heavy because if I'm coming down a hill, I feel I might as well get the free power, right? Might as well put that energy back into the battery. I love the regen. It's so smooth, as I said, coming down the hills, coming to a stop. I very rarely ever touch the brake. So we've got the 48 volt system instead of the original. The original Go was a 36 volt system, so it's a little bit more peppy. And we've still got the same kind of lighting at the front here. So what my plan of attack now is I'm gonna go for a ride around Victoria with Michael. We're gonna shoot some beautiful footage of me riding around. At the same time, I want to cover off some of the things about the scooter that I like. And there's one thing in here that I haven't seen before, an electric scooter. I want to share that with you as well, coming up soon. All right, here we go. I got to navigate some of the cars in this parking lot, and then we're up the hill of death. Well done. That works. You're good. Nobody died. I like your solution for it though. Just put the power down. More power is better. Alrighty, here we go. The Hill of Death. The Hill of Death. Hey, how you doing?
I've seen your channel.
Oh, how you doing? I'm Tim.
Hi, Tim. Nice
What's your name?
I'm Daniel.
Daniel, this is Michael.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Michael, Daniel, Daniel, Michael.
I'm always shopping for e-bikes, and I was like, yeah. So
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What a scream.
Yeah.
We're just sat out here on this beautiful day in front of Good Earth for a nice cup of coffee. We've refreshed ourselves to keep the energy to keep going, but I wanted to share. That was that one thing that I have found. I'd never seen this on another scooter, and that is this scooter has something called Apple Find My. So if you happen to have an Apple device, your iPhone or something like that, and you wanted an extra layer of security, you can connect your Apple phone to the device. And then if it grew legs and walked off one day, maybe it would be helpful in tracking it down. I don't know where they hide the unit inside somewhere, but I'm sure it's a big secret. But I think that's kind of handy. What do you think? Tell me down below, would you trust this on your scooter? I think it just makes sense just to have that extra thing, especially if, for example, you're putting it and locking it up in like a storage unit or your garage, and then all of a sudden one day it goes away and maybe you have an alert. So I just think that's really cool, and it's not something I've seen before. Well, this is called Emily Carr House, and Emily Carr, you may or may not know, was a very famous artist. And I am reminded of art every time I get on an Apollo scooter because of the colors, the design science behind it all. It's a beautiful scooter. It just looks so polished. It's got the orange, you've got the light bar, that gray. It's just a lovely looking scooter. So not only does it feel awesome when you're riding it around, I've just been checking it out on the bumps. It's got some really, really nice suspension. It's really practical for commuters. The Stellar's got a little bit of an extra punch after, experiencing the Go, which again was a lovely commuter scooter. Yeah, this is absolutely delightful. So I'm gonna keep going and go down by the ocean and keep riding around because there are a couple other things I want to cover off. Well, I gotta say the actual suspension is nice and comfortable, hitting the bumps. Love the cruise control. Oh, IP66 rating, so I don't have to worry about any of the puddles as I ride around. Poured down yesterday. So what don't I like about the Apollo Go Stellar Edition? Absolutely nothing. This is absolutely lovely. I love it. And I'm gonna tell you why I love it and all the things I love about it. And it's not just because it's sold right here in Canada. You can buy it in the United States, but they started right here in Canada, in Montreal. And I just love seeing this company grow and develop and make these scooters better year in and year out. Every single time they come out with another scooter, it's better than it was before. Are they massive changes? No, they're small improvements as we go along. And I just think that's amazing and it's admirable. I love it. So if you're looking for a commuter scooter, I think this thing is absolutely delightful. And I'm gonna share with you why coming up next. It's time for Michael's word of the day for the Apollo Go Stellar Edition. Michael, with the eagle over your shoulder, tell us, what's the word of the day?
Simple.
Simple. Simple works.
Simple works. Enjoyment. Definitely.
Yeah, it's just eating up the bumps here, no problems at all whatsoever. You know, that's just extra nice, right? Like, even if it's a commuter scooter, you still want it to be able to eat up the bumps. And it's always the bumps that you don't see. It's the bumps you don't see that will just take you right out. So the fact that this has got the suspension and the power, we're going up pretty, not a super steep grade, but no problems whatsoever on the power. I'm not sure if you can, does this translate? It's really quick, and it'll just accelerate and catch up to Michael, no problems whatsoever. So, yeah, love this. Love it. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to mention. If you're a taller rider, the stem height. You know, stem height really matters because when you're braking, you don't want to be going over the top of your handlebars. So I find, you know, this is just exactly right. I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm just a little bit over the 265-pound mark, and it's been absolutely delightful to ride around on this afternoon. So I did also want to mention that the battery size is about 13.5 amp hours. It's a 48-volt system I mentioned at the beginning, but I don't think I told you how big it was. So it's not a monster battery, but it's efficient. And yeah, with that battery, they're claiming 50 kilometers of range, which is kind of crazy. But for us big guys, we know it's not going to go that far. But it's not going to leave you hanging either. Like, you'll be able to ride around a city with no problems whatsoever, I think. So what do I like about the Apollo Go Stellar? Well, first of all, it's got heaps of power. Top speed, I just did a quick speed run. I did not record it. But I can safely say that it has a top speed advertised at 50 kilometers an hour. I believe them. No problems there whatsoever. Plenty of power for a big guy as well. It's able to get me up and going. No issues whatsoever. Love that. 55 pounds, I looked it up. 55 pounds makes this really simple for, you know, putting it in the trunk of a car, carrying it up a couple of stairs, that sort of thing. The suspension, it's lovely, absolutely delightful. I like the fact that the actual handlebars themselves are quite narrow. So if you are having to negotiate or navigate tight areas, then it's really simple for that. You can absolutely do that without any problems whatsoever. And the 9.5-inch size tires, they're just taking out all the nice little bit of bumps. Plus, some really nice things, you know, it's got the indicators, it's got the integrated bell, it's got the drum brake at the back if you do get into a situation where you want to use the brakes. Obviously, the regen braking, it's so smooth. It's just lovely. I love the fact that we've got the light along the light bar across the front, and we've got the ability to turn it off as well. And we've also got the light up here. This is going to throw a little bit more light in front of you. This bar here, light here, I find is just an awareness light. I love having it on. In fact, I ride with that on all the time. I love that. I've got to say as well, the folding mechanism is pretty straightforward. The kickstand is lovely. The lighting at the back is awesome. It's not just smooth in braking. It's really, really smooth and accelerating. And that's because of the Mach, M-A-C-H technology controller, which is right up here. And it's just so smooth. Decelerating, accelerating, it's just smooth all over. And 100% this is big guy approved. I absolutely love it. It's got a max weight rating for 265 pounds. So if you're 265 or a little bit under that, you're gonna have no problems whatsoever. It got me up the hill of death. My suspicion is that it will actually crucify the hill of death. It went up a little bit slowly because I didn't quite have the setting right on the app. I've now turned it right up to full max power, and so it will get up that no problems whatsoever. Yeah, 100% big guy approved. Absolutely loving the Apollo Go Stellar Edition. Super quick, love it. Big guy approved. Michael and I have had an awful lot of fun reviewing the Apollo Go. My question to you, what should we compare it to in the next video? Hello, dear.